Hi guys, it's been a second since I posted, and I thought I'd do a sort of a most anticipated video for 2024 since I haven't watched any new movies yet of 2024. Obviously, whenever they start coming out, I can start doing reviews, but since all that's out right now, I think, is Night Swim, and that's in theaters, so I might have to go see that. But until then, this is just my most anticipated. I've been really busy with Christmas and stuff, and I just auditioned for Allstate, but now I'm free to make videos and watch movies more, so yay. I'm gonna start this sort of list by talking about the original horror, and I'll give a plot synopsis, and I'll kind of just run through the sequels pretty fast, so yeah. So first up, I have Night Swim, directed by Bryce McGuire and produced by Blumhouse. Forced into early retirement by degenerative illness, former baseball player Ray Waller moves into a new house with his wife and 2 children. He hopes that the backyard swimming pool will be fun for the kids and provide physical therapy for himself. However, a dark secret from the home's past soon unleashes a malevolent force that drags the family into the depths of inescapable terror. I think this one looks pretty interesting. It's already out in theaters, so that's really exciting, and yeah, hope I like it. The next movie I have is Lisa Frankenstein, which will be directed by Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, and it's featuring Catherine Newton and Cole Sprouse as the 2 leads. In 1989, a misunderstood teenager has a high school crush who just happens to be a handsome corpse. After a set of playfully horrific circumstances bring him back to life, the 2 embark on a murderous journey to find love, happiness, and a few missing body parts along the way. This one sounds interesting. Horror, comedy, romance has not always been my favorite, but I feel like it will be pretty enjoyable. The director calls it a coming-of-age story, so I think that's interesting. But yeah, I'm excited for this. This next movie on the list is Imaginary, directed by Jeff Wadlow and also produced by Blumhouse. When Jessica moves back into her childhood home with her family, her youngest stepdaughter, Alice, develops an eerie attachment to a stuffed bear named Chauncey. Alice starts playing games with Chauncey that begin with playful behavior and become increasingly sinister. As Alice's behavior becomes more and more concerning, Jessica intervenes only to realize Chauncey is much more than the stuffed toy bear she believed him to be. I'll be honest, I'm not the most excited for this movie because I'm not quite scared of a toy bear. I'm sure it will be interesting, it'll be fun, but I'm not thinking I'm gonna love it. I'm also not quite a fan of Jeff Wadlow in general, so not too excited for this one, but it's still original, and that makes it cool. The next movie that I'm super anticipated for 2024 is The Watchers, directed by Ishana Night Shyamalan. So this is her directorial debut, and I'm really excited because it has the same last name as the famous M. Night Shyamalan. When Mina, a 28-year-old artist, finds shelter after getting stranded in an expansive, untouched forest in Western Ireland, she unknowingly becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers that are watched and stalked by mysterious creatures each night. The plot sounds really interesting. I know it's based off of a book, so I might read the book for this, but wow, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. The next movie I have on my most anticipated list, directed by M. Night Shyamalan, is Trap. So this movie doesn't really have any sort of details on it. There's no trailer, there's not even a plot synopsis. All we know is it's supposed to be a psychological thriller / horror that's set at a concert, which I feel like is a very fun setting for a horror movie. And yeah, it's exciting. M. Night Shyamalan almost never misses. All of his movies are good, basically. And this one will probably be just as good. So I'm very excited. The next movie that I am really anticipating, this might be my most anticipated movie of the year, is Nosferatu, directed by Robert Eggers. A gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman and the terrifying vampire infatuated with her, causing untold horror in its wake. This movie is going to be really good, I think. Robert Eggers is a wonderful director. I've seen The Witch and I've seen The Lighthouse, and I think they're both incredible Oscar-worthy movies. And the cast just looks insanely strong. So I'm very excited for this one. My final original movie that I will be talking about in this video, and probably tied with Nosferatu for most excited, although I don't know if really it can be most excited, because it's not even really announced yet, but the untitled surprise Jordan Peele project. I've watched all 3 of Jordan Peele's other horror movies, and they are all, in my opinion, excellent. So I know that I'm going to enjoy this one. I know for a fact. I don't care what it's about, who's in it, it's going to be good. So, that's all. Okay, I'm going to go pretty fast through the sequels because I feel like there's not as much to say. I'm not even going to do a plot summary, I'm just going to basically talk about them. So, first I'll talk about is Maxine, which I'm very excited for, which is the follow-up film to X. It's a sequel to X and Pearl in that franchise. And I'm very excited because I really like Ty West, and it's going to be good. Next up is The First Omen, which is going to be a prequel to the original Omen from the 70s. I really enjoy The Omen. I think it's a great classic horror movie, and I'm really excited for this one too. Next up, we have a whole trilogy coming out for The Strangers. I really enjoy the Strangers series. I personally like Pray at Night a little bit more than the original, and I wonder if these new additions to the franchise are going to be more like Pray at Night, where it's more of a slasher, or more like Strangers, the original, where it's more of a home invasion. Either way, I'm excited because both those movies are pretty good, and I'm interested. I'm intrigued because the last time that they've done something like this is Fear Street, and I really like those, so I'm intrigued. The next sequel I have is Terrifier 3. I really enjoyed Terrifier 1 and 2. I'm sure it will be probably the exact same plot, just different gore. And honestly, that will still be entertaining. So I'll be happy either way. I hope it doesn't go too far with the one scene that we saw in the teaser, but either way, I'm excited. The next sequel I have is Smile 2, which I'm not too excited for. While I love the original Smile, I just don't think it's necessary, and I feel like it'll just be sort of a cash grab. But either way, it'll still probably be a good movie. The next sequel I have is Alien Romulus. I'm actually not too excited for this one specifically because I'm not even the biggest fan of the Alien franchise. I love Alien, the original, but I'm just not really a fan of the sequels, so I guess I'll just have to see if the effects are good for this new one. But either way, I'm sure it'll still be an interesting watch. The next sequel I have is Return to Silent Hill. I'm really excited for this because I really like the original and I think it's really scary, so I feel like the sequel will probably be just as good or even better. The next sequel I have is A Quiet Place Day One. I'm not so excited for this because the first 2 movies are like identical copies of each other, and I don't see this one being too much more original. I think it'll be a good movie because both of the first 2 movies are strong films, but they're just so similar. It's like I'm watching the same movie over and over again. The next sequel I have is Saw 11. I'm excited for this movie because I really enjoy the Saw films, and I thought Saw X was very good. I just think it's a little too quick. I'm scared it will be rushed. It sort of feels like it's cash grabby, but I'm excited. I love Saw, so. The final movie I have for this list is the remake of Speak No Evil, which is being done by Blumhouse. I haven't watched Speak No Evil, and now that there's a remake coming out, I might not, just so it's like a first-time viewing. But I'm interested to see how it goes through, and it looks promising, so yeah. That's all for my list of my most anticipated movies for 2024. I'm really excited for this year, and I hope that it's just a little bit better than 2023. Although I don't think 2023 was terrible. It wasn't great. And I hope this year is a little step above that at least. If you enjoyed the video, you should like and subscribe. And also you should comment what your most anticipated movie or movies are in the comments. Okay, bye.